What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Guys, I made a video yesterday speaking on Flip and Marc, but it was mainly because Flip brought up Anton Daniels and I was gaining traction off of what we had already made the previous week. But as I finished yesterday's episode and I continued to observe their energy, they have real smoke. And it started like once Marc came on the show. And I used to speak on this, but I kind of started glossing over it because things are just happening back to back to back. The environment on the JBP is so toxic right now. It's not even funny. It's so toxic. But anyway, this started damn near when Marc first came. Marc has been gunning for Flip the entire time he's been on the show. And now that Flip is shooting back, but because he's so rambunctious and because his energy is it's sparked. As soon as it touches, it connects. He's going to always be seen as the bad guy in this. But I don't think he's wrong. When I first started speaking on Marc, I used to point out all the things that I think he was leading up to do. But since he was so great on the pod and he had developed his fan base and brought some of his fans over, I started shying away from what I was saying. But I think I was right. I said Marc has a 2-year window. I said Marc is going to openly try to get people fired from this show, removed from this show. And Marc is replacing Flip. He's literally doing everything Flip does, and he'll call Flip out for doing these things. He'll look at Flip's content like it's just bottom of the barrel. And this is not me defending Flip's content. I constantly speak on his momentum. I constantly speak on his consistency because Flip is going to do whatever he can to get that bread from his own content. But Marc will assess his content like it's bottom of the barrel. But then you look at Marc's content and realize he's doing the same thing. But because he can say it differently, because he can articulate himself, it's not seen as such. Him getting Brian McKnight's family in any manner, any shape or form, especially at the timing that he did, is messy. I don't care how the interview went. I don't care how you want to frame this. It's messy. But you can't tell him that because he's going to word salad his way around it. He's doing the same shit Flip used to do. And guys, another thing that I spoke on, I said Joe's going to start speaking to you niggas about y'all content. It's one thing when he brings up the content that y'all do and he tries to shit on it. That's his way, for whatever reason, of promoting y'all shit. And y'all let this shit fly. But now, he's going to start assessing your content completely differently. He told you, and way to play this off, he told you how to start operating your Patreon channel, nigga. Ain't got shit to do with previews. Because, guys, everything Joe told Marc, damn, I hate that I always do this, but it's the truth. Everything Joe told Marc about how long his preview should be, how he should set up different videos over different tiers, I literally told Marc that's exact same information. He's heard it from different people. But it was a great pivot for him to be like, any information you have to give to me about my channel, I need to take it because you're uber successful. I'm going to follow your lead. But he wasn't doing that to help you by any means, nigga. This is Joe's way of slowly but surely getting ready to depict where he can and cannot go in your content, because he did the same thing to Flip. And Flip is looking at you, realizing you're doing every fucking thing I did under the JBN umbrella. Every single thing. And here's where Joe messes up every single time. I get it. In the leadership role, it's hard to acclimate the new hires. So you have to prop them up. You got to treat them as if they're the best thing coming. You've done it to Flip. You've done it to Marc Lamont Hill. You're currently doing it to Mona. But because the way people and egos are set up, every single one of them has taken it to the extreme. They started talking shit to Ice and Ish. They started talking shit to each other. They started acknowledging that they're the best and they bring in the most quote-unquote revenue. Each and every one of them has done it in a different way. But then they'll try to get on Joe's side and prop themselves up in front of Joe while throwing their teammates under the bus. So now that Flip is doing it in return to Marc, and because once again he's rambunctious, it's gonna be seen differently. But Marc's been gunning for Flip the entire fucking time. And as much as I want to put onus on Flip being the reason that Melissa got fired, what happens if Melissa sits back and looks at how Marc was talking to her towards the end of her tenure? Because we can blame Flip all we want, but they was on the show together for a good 2-year run. As soon as Marc came, it took 3, 4, 5 months. And you know what? I don't want this anymore. I'm out. I can't handle this anymore. 8 months max? Marc's plan is coming, or is working exactly how he wanted it to. Exactly how he wanted it to. I'm going to get rid of these niggas. I'm going to take everything that I need, and then I'm going to go on about my merry motherfucking way. Marc is going to take every bit of information he can from Joe and go on his merry motherfucking way. They don't have to be friends ever again. He's playing his cards. And if he can sabotage the Joe Budden podcast on his way out, then that's what he's going to do. But Flip, you're not wrong in your assessment, sir. But unfortunately for you, the bullseye is on your back. You are the one with the target. Marc ain't got no fucking target on his back, nigga. It doesn't matter what you bring up. It doesn't matter what you say towards Marc, nigga. You are going to look like the loser here. You are. Especially because every time you shoot at Marc, you make it genuinely personal. It's like you're gunning from this nigga. Marc throws quips at you, and hopefully you're witty enough to bounce and volley back and forth. That's what Marc wants. When you shoot at Marc, though, you're trying to knock him down pegs, nigga. And once again, it's going to look bad for you because you're gunning for his personal. You're trying to call him out for his cult. You're trying to call him out for things that he does with his family. You're trying to call him out for how he judges people on the pod. Flip, you did the same shit, sir. Unfortunately, your track record is way longer than Marc's, and worse. So you don't have that leg to stand on, although it is happening to you currently. Once again, I want to say you are right in your assessment, but it's coming from the wrong person. And Joe is going to continue to feed fuel to this fire because at the end of the day, even if I hate how we are operating up here currently, I'm still getting engagement off of y'all bullshit. Remember 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when I said Joe is a mastermind at getting us to be concerned? Joe is a mastermind at getting us to be concerned or caring about other people outside of him. Shout out to Danny. He was getting on Sade's head for a couple of weeks. Notice how that shit got nipped in the bud. Sade made sure tell them niggas to keep my fucking name out their mouths. So Joe did so much to let's just turn these niggas. Let's get them all the way off of us. We don't even speak about us anymore. Joe done masterminded that. They don't realize they done fell into his trap. Marc is playing the game. Dog, it is so toxic up there. But y'all let me know. I could be just, you can tell I'm getting frustrated just speaking on this shit. And yes, guys, I'm invested in this shit, but I'm not uber invested in this shit. Just because I'm getting frustrated when I'm speaking on this shit is because of the things that I'm speaking on. It has nothing to do with these niggas. These niggas can go about their day just like y'all go about y'all day and just like I go about my day. It's okay for us to be invested in the JBP, the JBN, the whole verse that we've set up over here, and then continue to go about our day. Damn. Let a nigga admit some emotion without thinking I'm emotional. But like the video. If you like the video, subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know how we rocking. You already know there's a video up on Patreon. You already know y'all doing your thing over there. I ain't even gonna tell you to subscribe. Just go click on the next video and I'll see y'all over there. See y'all soon. Peace.